everyone, I'm MechaRandom42, your favorite YouTube harpy, and we're talking Discovery. Oh god, what the hell was the name of this episode? It was episode 6 from season 2. What the hell is it called? The Sounds of Thunder. Why can I not remember that? There was no thunder, there was no rain. I know it's not supposed to be literal. It's supposed to be it's another one of those titles where they're trying to sound smarter than they actually are by using all of these references, and it just isn't working for me. So this episode, basically they come across Saru's home planet. Full disclosure, there's going to be full spoilers in this. Come across Saru's planet. They have to break the Prime Directive, but it's not called the Prime Directive. They're calling it General Order 1 still, probably because of the 25% difference. What I don't even remember a lot of this, what happened in this. I watched it live with you guys on a live reaction, and I was bored. I was so bored. Everyone has this whispery voice and talks like everything is so important but not worth speaking up about, and they all drift off into the distance, and it's just so distracting. It's boring. It's like hearing somebody kind of whisper in your ear. It's kind of like going into a restaurant and you hear kind of the murmur of the crowd, and it's so easy to tune out. It is so easy to not pay attention to, and I think they do that on purpose so you don't notice that, they're using sound waves in space again, and they're using so there's so much stupid about this episode. So Saru ends up back in his home planet. He ends up stumbling upon his sister. It's the first person he happens to come across is his sister, because, there's only 3 people on his planet. I guess there's some other alien species that is, like I said, that takes Saru's people up, and I wasn't even paying that much attention. It was so boring. So yeah, Saru's ganglia falling off is basically a sort of puberty thing, and it's like a part of their evolution. And he gets like sucked off from the planet onto this ship. Him and his sister are on this Baul ship. I keep wanting to call them Gwauld because of Stargate, and their ships are being kind of pyramid-y. They're definitely kind of this pyramid shape, and it's so weird. There's this giant upside-down obelisk. His species, I guess, has to, once their ganglia come out of their necks, their little threat ganglia, they volunteer themselves for the slaughter, because that's what a threat detection system does on this planet. I'm not giving you guys a very good explanation, but this is basically how bad Star Trek writing is. I can't even keep it in my head. It is just so unintentionally boring, and nothing is happening. And there was some interesting stuff on screen, like when the Baul ships, you can see them through the I was almost going to call it a view screen, through the window on the bridge, because the ship has the window, which is a trademark of the JJ universe Star Trek. I guess they all have windows on their bridge. So that was kind of interesting, and of course it uses, like, this Baul uses a giant voice changer thing to kind of sound more menacing. I know that's how the species sounds, but that's the effect that they used. And it's cute. I mean, just so much of this writing is so juvenile, though. It's so hard to pay attention to. It's like listening. It is literally like listening to a 5-year-old tell you a story. It is that hard to sit there and watch, and I can't explain it any other way. It is absolutely like watching or listening to a 5-year-old tell me a story. Only like when they're half asleep and they're starting to drift off and talk like this the whole time. Like everything is so wondrous, but we have to whisper. We have to keep our voices down. It's just bad. It's just bad to listen to. So, of course, while Saru and his sister are on this ship, there's this giant tar monster, and it's not that tar monster, but another tar monster. Yeah, it's not even the one that killed Tasha Yar, but it kind of looks like a tar monster, and it kind of looks like Spawn, and it kind of looks like Anubis from Stargate a little bit in parts of it. And, it's got Saru chained up to the wall because it's into that kinky stuff, I guess. So Saru ends up, He's now a superhero because, well, Michael Burnham's a superhero. Saru's a superhero. He has super sight, and now where his threat ganglia had fallen off in like the previous episode, he has giant porcupine spikes that shoot out and kill the tar monster thing. I think. I don't even remember what happened, but I kind of remember that happening. It was so uninteresting though, and I know. How can they make something like Saru has superpowers uninteresting? It's a talent. It is a talent of suck to make it suck that bad that I have no other way of describing it. It is just that much of a talent. You know? Exactly. It is that much of a talent to suck that badly. So, my final verdict, this was like a 2 out of 10. It didn't hold my interest. There was only like one decent moment where I was actually paying attention when Pike is on the screen. And you know, he's basically, Saru, get off my bridge, you're flipping out. Because Saru starts flipping out, is insubordinate as crap. He's gonna go and escape to the planet on his own at one point. Mikey Spock has to go and save him. It's hard to keep this in my head. It is that uninteresting. Go watch the Orville. Go watch the Orville. It's so much better. Yeah, 2 out of 10. This is probably going to be the worst review I do because it's just the one I can't give a fuck about anymore. I just can't care about Discovery. I'm kind of to the point where, you know, you can only laugh. You know, if you're playing a video game, right, you can only laugh at, like, your follower or an NPC walking into a wall so many times. It's like Skyrim or something. It's like if you're playing Skyrim and you have a follower that keeps setting off a trap every time you reload and they keep killing themselves and they won't stay put, you know, or they're walking into a wall and they keep walking into a wall, and you can only laugh so many times before it's like, okay, this isn't funny anymore. We're gonna just reload. We're gonna go over and watch the Orville. We're gonna play the Orville video game. No, I really wish. Rumor has it there might be something going on with some virtual reality Orville stuff. That might be a video for another day, though. So yeah, you can only laugh at the NPC walking into a wall so many times in a video game before it just gets sad, before it just gets frustrating, and you don't want to laugh anymore and you don't want to yell anymore. You can't get past a glitch. You just need to like move on to the next thing, and I think that's kind of where we are. I don't care about Spock coming back because he's not going to show up until the very end anyway. You guys know that they're going to drag this thing on. So once he actually makes an appearance, I'll probably perk up and pay a little bit more attention. This was such a filler episode, and this was one of the better episodes too. This is one of the more cohesive, more coherent episodes. Is just not interesting. And I am somebody who loves Star Trek sort of shows. This isn't Star Trek. I don't know what the hell this is, but this is just like watching a bad episode of Enterprise. And it's a good episode of Discovery. So what do you guys think? Are we still watching this? Do you even want me to keep covering this at this point? Because I don't want to let you guys down. I really, really don't. And I know a lot of people have been with me for this past year, even when I was still gaming, when I started sprinkling in a lot of these Star Trek Discovery reviews. Do you want me to stick with the show? I mean, I think I'm going to have to stick with the show and some of the major news, but as you saw recently, there was no news even to cover the day this episode came out. It was that bland. I was talking about the toys. I was talking about like the announced Hasbro Toy Fair stuff. So tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I have Mecha42. You can send packages to P.O. Box 1566, Loveland, Colorado 80539. You know, hate letters, whatever. Dropping things off my desk because I'm so disinterested in Star Trek at this point. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video or live stream. Bye! Thanks for watching! If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!